Hi everyone, my name is Janika Chandran and I'm running for the position of President of the AMA Medical Student Section Chapter for the upcoming year. In my mind, what sets the AMA apart from other groups is the idea that while many organizations give medical students an opportunity to voice their opinions on healthcare policy, very few organizations give us the chance to actually pursue and enact real change. I first gained exposure to healthcare legislation and physician advocacy through my previous volunteer experience with the Broward County Medical Association in my hometown. I worked alongside the vice president of the organization in passing a resolution that contained a Bill of Rights for physicians, which established a voice for doctors without political or financial compromise. This resolution passed at the state level and was eventually passed on to the AMA. I hope to use this experience during my tenure as president. I also look forward to continuing the hard work of the past e-boards. Previous events, including fundraisers, financial planning seminars, and hosting Toro alumni speakers, have proven to be very productive. And I hope to encourage more collaborative events among the ToroCom student organizations where we can share ideas, passions, and resources. One new idea that I hope to bring to the table is hosting a monthly Healthcare Policy 101 forum, where we can bring in AMA members and experts to discuss current events and topics that are not often taught in the preclinical classroom. Topics like ongoing healthcare reform, health insurance changes, and the residency merger. In these changing political times, it's no longer possible to separate medicine from policy, so we owe it to our future patients to stay up to date on these changes. Furthermore, I hope to bring to light some of the resources that the AMA can offer my classmates, including AMA scholarships like the Physicians of Tomorrow and the Underrepresented in Medicine Awards, because the academic and philanthropic work of Toro students should not go unnoticed. This past semester, I got to know many of my classmates after being appointed to the Wellness Committee, where I've aimed to improve the well-being of the student body through things like Kindness Week and meditation seminars. This gave me the chance to get to know my peers on a more personal level. If elected AMA president, I hope to build upon these relationships by nurturing their professional endeavors in addition to their personal ones. I want to ensure that the AMA members at our school feel that their membership has served them in a fruitful way. I look forward to a year of dialogue, education, and impactful work with all of you. Thank you.
Hi there. My name is Nick Ingram, and I'm running for president of AMA. So I wanted to use this time to expand upon my letter of interest that I wrote. So please don't put me on 2x speed. Just have a few quick things to say, okay? So I think I'd be a great voice for you all here at ToroCom to the AMA because I'm used to talking on behalf of you all. I'm a student ambassador here at Toro, so I give tours to interviewees. And I'm also an MCAT instructor, so I teach Kaplan MCAT courses once a week where I discuss content, but I also discuss my life here at Toro, what it is to be an osteopathic medical student, and I think I could be a really good voice for you all to the AMA. In addition, I'd like to elaborate on my 4 plans of action if I were to be elected president. The first thing is that I'd like to expand on the events that we hold for AMA, the clinical education events to be specific. I'd like to implement a more student-on-student learning and teaching environment where we can maybe bring back some of the 3rd and 4th years to come talk about their clinical experiences and educate us more on how our classroom learning will carry over into our clinical experiences. The second thing I'd like to do is I'd like to expand upon our community service that we do with AMA. Right now, we coordinate with SSP. We coordinate the ToroCom Harlem Health Clinic here. I'd also like to implement a program where we continually interact with the community and get to know Harlem in this place that we live and work. The third point that I'd like to make here is that I'd like to expand on our membership base. Right now we have a membership that's huge here at Toro, but we need to be more active. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to send out emails periodically just to keep you guys all informed about what's going on in AMA. The last thing that we need to do is we need to write a resolution for the national conference. This will bring Toro into the national spotlight and let our interests and our knowledge be known to the rest of the AMA community. Thank you very much, and I'd appreciate your vote.
Hi everyone, my name is Abby Bailey, and I hope to serve as Vice Chair of the Medical Student Section of the AMA for the upcoming school year. First and foremost, I'd like to thank the current e-board for their leadership as they have put on a lot of events that are both relevant and interesting to us as future doctors. As a nervous, albeit slightly overwhelmed first year, the e-board made me excited about joining the biggest physician and medical student association, and I was not disappointed. The AMA has put on several events that have helped me stay aware of things that at the time I wasn't even aware that I should be aware of, such as things to do early on to match into a competitive residency. And I got cool free flashcards. One event I most enjoyed participating in this year was the health fair, which I know is largely the responsibility of the vice chair. Attending medical school in Harlem puts us in a position where we can really familiarize ourselves with the difficulties that exist in underserved communities. Whether it be interacting with the people of Harlem or even just walking down 125th Street, we are all at least somewhat aware of the problems Harlem faces, and as the largest student organization with our education and resources, the AMA is able to help them. A few ideas that I've thought of for the health fair so far are first to expand it by adding additional informational sessions for people who have to play the caregiver role to their loved ones but don't necessarily have the medical background to do so. For instance, in an informational session on caring for diabetic patients, people could be taught how to spot DKA or how and why it's important to check their wounds on their feet. Being in an underserved community, there's a lack of resources, and some people can't afford to put their loved ones in skilled facilities, so sessions like these could alert them for red flags to potentially save their loved ones. Also, if it's up and running, I would like to work with the health clinic and use their patients as a basis to expand our outreach. For example, if we tell the patients in the health clinic and they tell their friends and so on and so forth, we'll have more people probably attending the health fair. And this will be in addition to walking around Harlem and telling the community members as we already do. If elected, I'll work cohesively with the faculty, student organizations, and the rest of the e-board to put on a health fair that is beneficial to the community and educational for the students. A doctor I once worked with told me that I have a level head under pressure, something that I believe will serve me well when organizing a large event that can sometimes get chaotic. I have extensive leadership experience, and I have experience working with large groups of people, which I think will help me serve well on the e-board and put on something as big as the health fair. I look forward to working with the whole e-board to put on events that are informational, interesting, and relevant to our students. Medical students are busy, and I hope to make every event count. Thank you for your time and consideration.
Hi everyone, I'm Ryan Margolin, and I'm running for the position of Secretary and Coordinator of Membership Recruitment and Retention for the ToroCom AMA. Seeing how passionate the current board is about the AMA has really inspired me to want to run for this position. The events that they put on this year, such as the Narcan event, the recruitment during orientation, the competitive residency talk, and the finance talk the other day, has really been great events to have. And I'd like to keep improving on the AMA SO's presence and reputation. Based on the Secretary's job responsibilities, I feel that this is a position that has a lot of room for growth. And this is one of the things that's really drawn me to the position. I like to be in a position where I can expand it and find new ways to go with it, to improve it and make it better. At the beginning of last semester, Jeffy sent out an email about what was upcoming. I'd like to expand on this idea by sending out an email like that and do it more consistently. Send one out every month about the events that are coming up, and it could be the events that the ToroCom AMA is having, or events that AMA as a national organization and medical news that we should be aware of. I could also include some fun little things like mnemonics in there, and also try to include some of the benefits of AMA, such as like discounts and scholarships that we forget that we have available to us. I also intend to try and plan better member recruitment and retention events by incorporating more fun aspects into them. AMA is a very professional organization, and I really enjoy that about it, but some of the events are made better by being a little bit more fun. Like, I really enjoyed last semester when the Grand Rounds talk coincided with the same night as the AMA's happy hour at Harlem Tavern. It was really cool to have the doctor who spoke be at the happy hour where you could talk to him and ask questions in a more casual setting instead of in front of everybody. And having things like that, I think, would be a huge benefit and make it more accessible for people to get information and come to our events. And then the Family Medicine SO's Flip Cup tournament to raise money for hurricane relief. That was a great event, a lot of fun, and a lot of people came out to. If we could find ways to try to incorporate AMA's causes, we could try to have an event similar to that I think would be fun and have lots of people come out to. If elected secretary, I would work to make AMA an organization that supports the class professionally as well as bringing a little bit of fun into the semester and the entire year. I would really appreciate the opportunity to hold this position and would work hard to make sure we leave the AMA better than when we started. Please vote for me, Ryan Margolin, for Secretary of the AMA Student Organization. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Steven Shapiro, and I'm running for the position of National Liaison of the American Medical Association Student Section here at ToroCom Harlem. I believe that in serving as the National Liaison, I will be successful in ensuring your voices are heard, as the AMA is the most influential physician organization that advocates on the behalf of medical students on both the local and national level. In my role as National Liaison, I will work closely with the e-board to ensure our chapter works effectively and efficiently to organize events for the student body. I look forward to representing the ToroCom chapter at the state and national level conferences in the upcoming year.
Hi, I'm Nora Martini, and I'm running for National Liaison of the AMA. So first, I want to tell you why I am qualified to hold a position in the AMA, and that is because I am a strong advocate for patient rights, physician rights, as well as student rights, which is one of the biggest pillars of the AMA. In fact, this month alone, I have contacted my representatives in Congress for rights for DACA students, as well as for the federal cap that was proposed for Grad Plus loans. And so why do I want to be a national liaison? If you don't already know me, I'm sorry, but I hope to get to know you better. But I am very social, which is definitely a quality that is required in a national liaison, because I want to go and get those connections so that I can bring them back to Toro so that we have a better network for our future students and for residencies. And as national liaison, I would love to hold mixers so that we can better get to know each other, but also I would like to incorporate other medical students in the New York City area, because that is a great network opportunity where we can get to know not only the future students, but also our future coworkers, residency directors, and other attendings. And if I haven't convinced you already, I do love conferences. So I'm actually attending DO Day in the spring, where I hope to make some connections for myself as well for Toro and for everyone within the Toro community. So I hope that I can do all these things through title of National Liaison for the AMA, and I hope to get your vote. Thank you for your time.